Hey there. Let's call this machine learning video number 2. I think it might make sense to just number them. There's going to be probably 100 videos before I get a hang of the topic, so you're going to have to be really patient. The first one I just talked about the idea behind creating the series of machine learning podcast, where I want to learn and share my learnings and the mistakes along the way. So this is video number 2. And again, if you haven't watched the other one, you didn't miss much, but I just said that I don't know much or anything about this topic, so I'm going to learn as I go. So if you're watching this, it's because you don't know much either, and you're hoping to learn through these videos, right? That's the idea. Okay, so in this second video, let's talk about this is a new path I'm walking, so I'm a little bit distracted, sorry. In this second video, let's talk about what problem we could possibly take, but actually maybe not. Before that, let me just share what the little I do know about machine learning. And again, always verify this because it's super new to me. And I go by hunch most of the time when it comes to software or anything related to software, simply because it has worked reasonably well for me over the years. I don't get it wrong most of the time. And two, I'm just lazy to read pages and pages of articles. I would like to do it, make the mistake, and then learn from that mistake. I've seen that it's a whole lot quicker for me than to actually spend a lot of time reading documentation. There's no right or wrong answer, but just the way I work. So let's talk about the high level. What is machine learning, right? It's a super broad topic, just like everything else in life. There's supervised machine learning, unsupervised, and then there's a broader topic of artificial intelligence, which I believe is a subset. No, actually, that's the broader topic. Sorry, machine learning, I want to say, is a subset probably of AI. So let's talk about the very basics, right? What do you need to know to become a machine learning sort of an engineer? I think I figured programming is a key aspect of it. Probably without coding and programming, maybe it doesn't, you can't complete or solve the problem, right? You need a lot of stakeholders, and one skill you certainly need is that of a programmer. And what kind of programming, right? So from what I've read, the little I've read, I think Python and R programming probably, I'm sure there are others, probably most certainly can use any language, but the most popular ones happen to be Python and R. At least there are two in the list. If you made a list of top 5 languages to learn to become a machine learning engineer, I would think one of those languages would certainly be in that top 5. If you're a good programmer, I think picking up another language, another syntax, another architecture, another stack is not the hardest, right? So that part I'm not worried about. So you need a programmer if you have to have this team and you're trying to solve a machine learning problem, as I understand it in video number 2. I wouldn't be surprised if this changes dramatically in the subsequent videos. Who do you need next? You need a math person, right? Somebody who's very good in mathematics. Whether it's algebra, linear algebra, or all of those cool or difficult math topics. But there's no question about that. No matter what you read, it says that you would need, if you're starting a machine learning startup, I don't think you can do without a math heavy person, right? So you need a math engineer. I don't know if that's the same as a data scientist, or if that's a different role altogether, or maybe the data scientist is someone who's actually going to be very good in math. So maybe they serve that role. Maybe that is the role. But in my mind, when I think machine learning, here's what I think. I think programming, and I think a math person who knows and understands data. That's 2. And then the other items would be specific to machine learning in itself. Like, I'm pretty certain there's like machine learning algorithms, someone who understands what those are, right? Because you could be a fantastic programmer, you may have one in the team, you may have a fantastic data person, a math engineer as well. But what if neither of them knows anything about machine learning? it's going to be hard, right? The machine learning concepts, algorithms, methodologies, and processes. So I would imagine you would need someone who's good at that. Now, at the very minimum, I'm wondering whether having these three people would be good enough to just get started, to hit the ground running. I feel like you need those three people, or you need to have the skills that they might have. Because, the way I think as a developer is, as much as we need everybody to have a successful company, right? And you can afford certain positions as you grow. But when you're young or small as a company, you don't have all the dollars that you would like to have. You need a few people to do wear a lot of different hats. So if you took our company, a lot of us wear a large number of hats on a daily basis. So if I can be a product manager, an architect, a developer, a tester, a UI UX person. Sure, you're not going to be as good as those experts, but you can get your product to a point where Snowpal is, and I think we feel pretty proud about that. We are actually extremely proud about that. So you need to, I feel strongly that you need to understand every aspect of what your company does. Otherwise, you feel like it's a little bit scary, because you could be at the mercy of people who might leave, and then they take the knowledge with them. And if you're a large organization, you have plan B and you have a lot of people, but when you're small, you don't have that. So let me take this to machine learning. If we can't afford a math engineer or data scientist, a machine learning expert, algorithm expert, and a programmer, we're going to have the people we already have learn most of these things. That's the challenge, and I'm going to kind of share the experience with you as we go, right? Because we've had other challenges, but we've faced them and we've found a solution. So I think I feel pretty confident that we'll be able to do it here as well. Okay, let me pick this up in video number 3. In this one, I just want to touch upon those 3 items and 3 roles, and then I'll pick it up in the next video. Thank you.